In the last video, I explained the concept of agent and its different components. In this video, I will show you how to code your own agent. So as a reminder, an agent needs an LLM, which is its brain. The LLM needs tools that it will use to perform tasks. And behind all this, we have the orchestration layer that I talked about last time. We bind the tools to the LLM this way, and we have, as a result, LLM with tools that we pass directly to the agent. And in this case, it's a React agent as well, the same that I explained in the last video. So now let's take a look at the tools. So tools actually is a list of tools. We define a tool using the tool object, which is kind of the agent interface to different functions. In our case, we have two tools. The first one is the review function that we've already used in one of the last videos. As a reminder, let's take a look at this function. So here we have the user question that will be passed to a vector store. In the vector store, we have a retriever which will retrieve documents relevant to answer to the question. Once we have our relevant documents returned, we pass this to the prompt, which will be passed to the model to answer to the user question. So this is exactly the same chain that I explained in one of the last videos. We give a name to this tool, which is reviews in this case, and we give a description. The description is actually instruction that we give to the model or to the LLM to tell it when to use this tool. So the model will base itself on this description to decide if it takes this tool to answer to the user question or not. So like here, we tell the model that this function is useful when you need to answer questions about patient reviews and so on. And here is where prompt engineering will be important, because the better you describe the tool, the better it will be used by the model. So this is for the first tool. As a second tool, we have a get current wait time. It's actually kind of a fake function where we return a random int from this range given a hospital name, which should be A, B, C, or D in this case. And as we've done in the retriever function, we give a name to this tool as well, which is waits, and we explain to the model when to use this function. So here we say use when asked about current wait times at a specific hospital. And all the other parts stay the same as what we saw in the last videos. We have the same vector store, we have the same prompt template where we define system prompt and user prompt, and the same chat model. So to summarize all this part, we have our agent composed of LLM, tools, and the orchestration layer. The user asks the question will be passed to the agent. The agent has the LLM to decide which tool to call based on the user question. Functions parameters will be extracted from the user question. Once the answer is returned from the tool, the LLM receives this answer, reformulates it, and presents it to the user. So let's try this out now. In our case, we will test two questions. The first one, what is the current wait time at hospital C? So in this case, the waits tool should be called. Whereas if we look at the second question, which is what have patients said about their comfort at the hospital? So here we are asking about patient reviews. So the reviews tool should be called. Now let's try this out. So here we run the code, and here we have the agent answer. The first question was, what is the current wait time at hospital C? And here we have the agent output. Here in the AI message, we see the model answer, which is the current wait time at hospital C is this in minutes. But before having this answer, many steps took place. Like here, we have the LLM, which doesn't return a content because the LLM decides that to answer to this question, a function call should be done. And here we have the name of the function that should be called, which is waits in this time. The argument that should be passed to the function is C, as the user is asking about hospital C. Here we have the tool output, which contains the wait time, and here the LLM takes the tool output and generates a full answer to the user. As you noticed here, we have many other information in the metadata like prompt token count, total token count, the model name, and so on. I won't go into details about these metadata, guys, but don't hesitate to ask me in the comments if you need any detail about this information. Let's go directly to the second question now. Here, the question is, what have patients said about their comfort at the hospital? Again, we have the user question. We have the LLM, which decides that a function call should be done. In this case, it's going to be the reviews tool because the user is asking about patients' reviews. The argument to the tool this time is the whole question. And this is very important, guys, because in the tool, the reviews tool description, we tell the model to pass the entire question as input to the tool. For instance, if the question is this example, the input should be the exact same input. Here we have the tool output, which is patients have mentioned both positive and negative. And again, we have the LLM, which reformulates this input to return a final answer to the user. This is it, guys, for this part. Congratulations if you stayed till this part of the video. Now you are able to code your own agent, and feel free to extend the agent capabilities by coding other functions and playing around with prompts and see how it affects the agent performance. Stay tuned, guys, to my next videos of this series. In the next videos, I will present business requirement and data of our use case. I will show you how to set up a graph database, which is Neo4j in this case, how to build a graph RAG chatbot in LangChain, and how to deploy a LangChain agent, same as the one that I presented today. Thank you, guys, for watching, and see you next time.